Nityanandam. So I just wanted to share a little bit about the abuses from the Bengaluru International Airport. Basically, when I was coming through there in November, actually it would have been December, I was coming back from Sri Lanka. And what happened as I got to the immigration desk, one of the other immigration officers just came up to me, didn't say anything else. He heard me say Nityananda, and so he said, Nityananda Ashrama? And I said, yes. And he said, do they teach you classes how to dress like that there? And so he just immediately came up and insulted my intelligence and insulted my way of life and my way of living and the whole Vedic tradition with a snide remark about having to learn how to dress like this. This is the most traditional ancient way of dressing. And aside from that, when I was pulled aside to the side desk, that man took my passport, and a group of immigration officers had gathered around him. And I just heard him kind of say something, and he was holding the passport, leaning back, and he said, "Ha ha, Buddhist," and everyone started laughing. So I really felt he was making some kind of joke, like, you know, maybe next time this guy, if we send him back, he'll want to claim himself as Buddhist next time. And there's just a real arrogance there in the airport, in that group of people working in the immigration area. I asked at least 5 people, at least 5 times for their name, and not a single one of them told me. I think it was 5 different people that I asked for their name, and not a single one of them told me. They said, you don't need to know, I'm not going to tell you. Why do you need to know that? You don't need to know that. So I'm asking these people who are supposed to be kind of international representatives of the kind of Indian government, and even some of them had name badges that I couldn't quite see, and they wouldn't tell me their name. And so I just thought that was really arrogant. So I was actually there for about 9 hours waiting for this whole thing to get processed. And so I really saw what is the attitude. There's a lot of powerlessness. It's a really administrative kind of attitude where you just kind of follow the status quo. You're not like able to express yourself beyond who your superiors may be. It's just kind of like a functionary position. And so that was really my experience, was that it was very abusive, and I could see that it's not a very busy airport actually, and they don't have a lot of international flights coming through there in a sense. So for the 9 hours that I was there, the immigration people didn't really have that much to do. So I also know like they're looking for things to do. And when they could like kind of visually recognize that I was a disciple of Paramahamsa Nityananda, then they were immediately ready to abuse me. He said, do they teach you classes how to dress that way there? Why would you even say that to anyone? You wouldn't say that to a Muslim person or a Muslim woman or a Buddhist. You wouldn't make fun of the way they dress, making a joke about did they have to take a class how to learn how to dress like that. Basically just a lot of abuse and ignorance and arrogance and not much to do, and just really looking to, I don't even know what it is, just feel like their time spent there is like not being completely wasted. So I know there's a lot of other stories, people like that being abused, and that's what happened to me. Nityanandam.